Very often, I'm asked to come in and help people with gravitas. And the first thing you have to think about is, what is that really? Mostly what it is about is creating an environment where people can truly listen to you, where they can take in what you have to say without being distracted. It turns out a key way for that to happen is through your voice tone. And I really discovered this myself, that I didn't realize there were ways that I was making people anxious as I was giving my message. So instead of talking like this, there was a long time when I talked like this. And, you could feel the pressure in what I was saying, and it doesn't really make you feel relaxed and able to hear me. So I've gotten in my own way. Now, in my case, I listened to myself on my dictaphone. And I was listening back, and I found that I did not hear the person I thought I was. And that's when I started learning, in my case, diaphragmatic breathing, to be able to have a more relaxed voice tone. Other people have to kind of cross their own bridges to that place. Think of the people that you've heard who maybe when they talk, they're like this, and everything's a question. And what happens is you get distracted by the anxiety you feel, or your face kind of crinkles up listening to them. So again, it's not about how great you are and how you come across. It's about how can you make the other person feel comfortable by your being more comfortable, focusing on what you're really talking about and not the impression you're giving. A great example of this is they did a study on surgeons who had made serious errors with their patients. And they were trying to figure out, why is it some of them get sued and others don't? So they listened to 5 minutes and went to see, could they predict who got sued? And they could. Then they tried 1 minute, and they could. This is the surgeon talking to the family of the person who was damaged. They then found that in 30 seconds, not only could they tell, but when they muffled out the words and you only heard the voice tone, you could predict what surgeons would be sued and which ones would be not. And it came down to a voice tone of contempt, that they could hear the condescending. And if you think about leaders who have spoken to you in that voice tone, you probably know what that's like. So if there's one thing you can really take away from this, is voice tone is key. It creates the environment where people are listening to you, so you can make them feel better about themselves, anxious, worse about themselves, so much, not by just your words, but the voice tone you use when you're speaking with them. So think about that. What environment do you want to help create?